What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I am LaShawn Jones, owner and operator of the Got What You Need Network, but better known as Tall Sean TS is who I am. And I have my group of bandits with me today. This is the Got What You Need Network end of the year podcast gathering. We have Darrell. Introduce yourself, my guy.
What's going on? It's Darrell Peart, host of the Encourage and Inspire podcast
Yeah.
out of Orlando, Florida.
Nice, nice.
Glad to be here.
Erica.
Hey, y'all, this is your girl, Model E, of course. My podcast is called Talking with E. So make sure you check me out every week starting in 2024 if you don't already is.
You're a part of more than one podcast, little nigga. What's the other podcast you were part
And
of?
Life and Love with my husband, Tall Sean.
Yeah.
And right there.
Yes, right. Last but not least, we have.
Yeah, everyone name is Trey Dodd. I'm half of the Black Male Podcast duo with a brother named Tall Sean. I don't know where he at. He around here somewhere. And Trey Dodd, of course, is who I am.
Yo, we missing one person, Sky of Politics Podcast. He has some pressing engagements, but we got majority of the squad, man. We ever so growing. I think Darrell has kind of been, Darrell and Erica. No, I think everybody been there. No, Darrell and Erica probably been here the longest. So they've seen different iterations of even the Black Male Podcast. They've seen different iterations of just the network as a whole. So let's start off, Darrell. What are you thinking? Like, how do you feel about your podcast and how the beginnings of your podcast to now? How are you feeling about podcasting?
I mean, I love it, man. I love being in the media space. I love the fact that I can bring awareness to people with disabilities. Because that's one thing I wanted to do with this pod, as well as being in the music business and being able to teach. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm an educator, I teach, I share knowledge, and then also getting a chance to interview some really cool people. And like, what I like is that people see my podcast. Sean would send me emails from people that would like find out who I have no idea who they are, and you get emails and say, hey, they want to go on your podcast. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
because I mean, I'm still kind of a baby in the podcasting world, like and I don't really do video. I do audio just because it's just easy for me to all set up. So, but it's cool to be able to just have fun, man, and just have great conversations.
Right.
So I love it.
So what is that one interview that you think that stood out so far for you? Because you've had a lot of dope interviews. You had a lot of dope interviews. I mean, you interviewed Trey Lee. We all know Trey Lee. Everywhere to my crew.
Yeah.
For him to be a lawyer, I didn't know he was a lawyer until I really listened to your pod.
Yeah.
So, how was that? What's that one interview?
Definitely, I would say, man, I can't pick one, but definitely we'll talk about Tracy Lee, man. Like, Tracy is a cool dude. I actually met him through New School Rules, which is the conference that I work with in Rotterdam in Europe. Shout out to Hank and Greg. And that's how I met Tracy, man. And we just had a chance. We just kind of took a liking to each other. And I invited him on my podcast and just kind of learned about his story. Being the only artist, former major label act. I think he had like 27 weeks at the Billboard, something like that.
That song was crazy.
A practicing attorney and to be the last person to get a cosign from Big.
Right.
I mean, to get a cosign, and if you look to that record, he held his own on that record. So to get a cosign from Big is huge, and to him to really want to help artists, because very few lawyers know what it's like to be. I think a lot of lawyers were disgruntled artists at one point, but to have the success that Tracy had and to be able to speak from both sides of it as a creative and as an attorney, I think was pretty cool. But I mean, I've interviewed so many cool people. Kipper Jones, that wrote all of Brandy's early hits, I Want to Be Down. Believe it or not, people don't know this. I Want to Be Down was not supposed to be for her.
Right.
That was supposed to be for Vanessa Williams. That was supposed to be Vanessa Williams' record, and I remember telling me a story that he was in the studio working with Vanessa Williams, and he got a call saying, "Oh man, we got this 14-year-old girl that we really love, and we think this song will be great." He's like, "I don't work with kids." Because he's just coming off working with Vanessa. Yeah, she's sending millions of records. I don't work with kids. They just cut the record. He said, "All right, well, y'all want to cut this? So just cut the record." And they cut it, and she did the one take, and the rest is history. So I mean, the fact that he's worked with icons like that, and I've been so fortunate to be able to call people my friend, people that I grew up listening to, and to call them my friends from now being in the music industry and love and being able to touch people the way I do.
Right.
And Sean, I'll say this, man. I mean, there's
no
secret.
You about to get in that mushy shit again.
No, but I gotta say it because people might not know.
Right.
People might not know. Like, I'm in this business because of you, but I've forged my own path, my own way.
Yeah, you did.
And you had to write the book that I wrote because there's so many people that there's so many people with disabilities that want to be in the record business, and this industry is not an industry with social responsibility. So nobody cares to give people opportunities. In my situation, I've created everything.
Yeah,
everything I've done, I've created it.
No, you did a great job with it. I say this. It was for me, since you're on your mushy mode moment. It was for me when it comes to the music side of things. When we first connected, you know what I mean? And I saw you as a sponge, because every time I would say something and what we were working on, you were soaking the game up, and that we progressed. We've done a lot of dope shit in Orlando that people were still trying to do today out there. You know what I'm saying? We created a lane musically to have a collective of artists. You remember we went to Tampa, normally one artist performs. We took that 10-minute set and we had our whole label perform to a point where people that wasn't fans of us, now fans of us at that time because of what we did, you know what I mean? And how we created music. So, and how we put together shows and how we did things. So what you did was, when I left Orlando, prematurely when I left, in the middle of us working on some really dope shit.
On an album, on a compilation project, we were actually working there.
That I still have, and it's fire. It's still good to this day. When I left, it was time for you to step up. It was, you know what I'm saying? Now it was people that didn't believe, but the one thing I've always said, you never predicate your business on no artist. Because artists come a dime a dozen, especially independent artists. They fickle as hell. You get them popping, and then all of a sudden they feel like they did it all by themselves, and then they leave, and then you see what happened. The motherfuckers is begging to come back.
And I'll deal with that now. I mean, I'll just be transparent. David Keys, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? I love him. But, he decided to go on a different path.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I'm not managing him. So he's my brother. But if I put my eggs in one basket, said I'm just going to manage him, then I will be screwed. One of my mentors, Alan Johnson, said, "Man, brand yourself, because artists come and they will go."
I've been saying that for years. You always got to brand
yourself. You got to brand yourself, and that's what I've done. Every time y'all see me promoting, putting artists in platforms and magazines, I put myself in there. Yeah. I tell my story.
Right.
I've been featured in like 18 magazines over the last 6 years, telling my story. So that way I could at least have an opportunity to build a relationship that can last, no matter if artists are here today or gone tomorrow. Because that's just what it is. No matter
what's a part of the game.
Unfortunately, when you work with artists behind the scenes, especially in a management role, no matter what you do, it's never good enough. It's just never good enough. You know what I'm saying? So they always
the sad part is, if you help them win, they did it on their own. If they happen to lose, it's all your fault. That's the sad part about this game when it comes to management side. But let's move to the next spot of things. Model E. Your podcast has been in multiple different iterations. It was you was a part of the end of Time for Some Action. You know what I mean? You started doing that, and then they rolled into E and Friends, and now it's Talking with E. So like, how you feel about podcasting today for you, as an independent person, because podcast has been more the people that's so-called winning are the people that's so-called celebrities.
Right. Exactly. So today, how I feel about podcasting versus then. Today, I feel very good about it. Sometimes, I do have my mixed reviews of it, because it is a lot of work. So it's, you have to stay dedicated to it, and you got to keep up with it.
Right.
But this wasn't something that I wanted to do. simply because I am such an introvert. You know, I didn't thought that this was something that I could do, you know,
right,
talk behind the mic and also, you know, be on video. That's something different for me.
right.
So when I first started out, I was, you know, very nervous. And sometimes I am still nervous because every time I do it, it's like it's something new.
Right.
But, you know, I have a grasp on it now. And plus, I have so many people that listen to me. So it makes me keep going.
Yeah.
That's
no.
the thing.
You do have a broad fan
Yeah.
base. You know, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it, be honest, I'm her biggest critic about her pod. I'm not gonna lie. She know I am. I fucking hated her
Yeah.
pod sometimes because I
Yeah.
feel like the solo pods, I feel like a podcast should be multiple people having a conversation. And I think with women, having that dope woman conversation is, but every time I look at the numbers, she's always the top in our pods. She's always like has the most downloads, the most views. And it's not like she promotes heavy. She promotes heavy, but it's not like we're doing anything extra on the promotion side of things. You know what I mean? And then I look at her age to ratio because I look at all the statistics and stuff, and I'm like, God damn it! As much as I be fucking hating, the motherfucking pod is doing well, and I can't. I gotta just leave it alone. Like, stop putting your shit on it. Because Trey always say I overthink things, and then I'll fuck some shit up because I'm over here overthinking and just let it go.
Yes, a lot of times you are over analytical. Yes, you are. So, but I see that is working. Now, would I like to podcast with, you know, other people more than I do? Yes, I do. But I guess it's the current place, you know, where I'm at, the situation where I'm in, I really don't really have those people to depend on. You know, people will say, hey, yeah, E, I want to come on your podcast, you know, let me know what's up. And then when I do let them know what's up, set up a time, there are no way to be found. So, you know, I just do it myself. And so my conversations are based around women mostly. And it's for men too. It educates men too, because the more you guys know about us, the more happier you will be in your relationship. You know, that's what I always say.
I'm miserable.
Whatever, miserable, happy. Yeah, that's such thing. So, you know, and I talk about a whole broad range of things from health, you know, relationship, just things that's just going on about women that, and I will say stuff that women would want to talk about, but don't want to talk about. Right. So, you know, that's just what I do for
that's a fact.
Talking with E. And as for my other podcast that I had with my husband, Life and Love, and, you know, you speak on that more, then I'll come in. You know, that's, you know, more of, you know, marriage, you know, long-term relationship, just, you know, stuff that what we do, we kind of put it out there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we just had a dope interview with a relationship coach. Yeah, so that'll be our last. When by the time people hear this, that pod will be already out. But that was one of the pods that was fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was definitely intrigued about us, but then we was intrigued about what she had going on and what she has going on. You know, talking to a relationship coach, someone that actually really get clients who really looking for love,
someone who does it.
But like she said, she's not a counselor.
Yeah, no counselor, no therapist.
Yeah, she's not a therapist, but she does relationship coaching and stuff like that, and she does relationship events. But she has a broad client base, which is wild. But you know, digress. My guy Trey Dot. What's going? What happened? Yo, man, as the same thing with you, bro. Like kind of a similar question. In podcasting, the Black Male Podcast has been through a few different iterations. It was 3 of us. We was named the Black Male, as in like handing out letters. Then it went to just me for a little while. Then I scratched that, and it was back to me and you again. Like how you feel about, since you've been podcasting, you know what I mean, since you know what I mean, and you've podcasted before, you know, before I asked you, you've already was doing it. You was doing it off and on with other places. But now that you're like full time with this, how does it feel with it for you?
I mean, when it first started, you know, I was new because I was really just meeting both of y'all. So I'm like the guest in the house. So I didn't really say a whole lot. I just came through. And I didn't like the male part because I didn't get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not that it was whack or nothing. I just didn't really get it. And you know, we were filling each other out, man. We were all at different parts of life, man. And, you know, it just was what it was. And, you know, when he left, You had said 2 people won't work.
I did.
And then you did it with 1 person, as if 1 is better than 2. And then you said that wasn't going to work.
It didn't work.
Then you said, hey, let's do it again. So I'm like, this nigga's crazy. Fuck it, let's do it. And, you grow as you move along, man. It helps Sandhurst that we're also friends in real life. As much as we are very transparent with each other, we still have egos towards each other sometimes, I believe.
Yeah. Especially in the early days.
We graduated behind it because we recognize it. And egos within relationships lead to flare-ups and shit like that, and it'll show up on the show. And that's not our best performances. We won't do that.
Nah.
But we grew from that. I mean, it's a saturated market. It's a saturated market of junk food. So it becomes frustrating. But it is what it is, man. I enjoy doing it. I don't have a problem talking on the mic. I don't have a problem being on camera. So I look at it as all encompassing part of a brand. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's true.
No, and it's been working, bro. I think the Black Male Podcast has grown tremendously. It has we have a nice fan base, especially audio wise. Like our video is still figuring things out, but our audio is crazy. Like we get tons of listeners, tons of downloads every pod. When we take time off, I actually see the messaging from people like, oh, what are y'all doing?
Hey, when y'all coming back?
Like, right. I think in 2024, the plan is to push everybody's pod up. We're gonna elevate everything. Everything has to get elevated because I feel like we're at a point where we have to elevate everything. You know what I'm saying? As someone that has a network, I can't keep saying I have a network if we're not elevating everything that we're doing. Audio elevates. If you're doing video must elevate. Process of advertising and promotion, I gotta elevate that. We're gonna start doing commercials. I'm just keeping it a buck. I've been kind of holding off, trying to make sure that we can get with the right situations to add the right ads, because I want everybody to eat well. You know what I'm saying? As well as enough. May not be enough to quit your 9 to 5s if you got one. You know what I mean? But enough to make sure, like, it's some real money in your pocket. So now it's time to, the problem is with me is I've been podcasting now for 8 years. And we've made money from it, not made money from it. Money been put out, money not been put out. And I had that motive of, damn, we don't have any celebrities. So that's why these celebrities are winning and can get certain type of situations. But then I look at it and I'm like, yo, we all have a fan base. Everyone checks us out. We're not in the millions of views or 100,000s of views per pod, but we in the thousands of views. You know what I'm saying? We in the thousands, and that's good. That's fucking good for independent broadcast.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I had to personally stop looking at like the Joe Buttons of the world, or the Noris of the world, or the this, that, and the thirds of the world. Like, because I think about us, like Darrell talks to actual celebrities in music. You know what I'm saying? He talks to people that's really popping in music or in whatever field they're in. Erica is really a one-man band female with her pod, and then turn around, we do a relationship pod that, come to find out, like the lady we spoke to, she was so intrigued and happy to be a part of our situation. Like, you'd be shocked. That's our first interview, our first guest. We don't do guests. That's our first guest. Then you got Trey and I. Our pod is growing like crazy. We down here. We to a point where we either got people arguing with us because of some of our takes, or bigging up a lot of our takes, and people trying to do what we do, thinking they can build the chemistry that we have, especially locally. I be seeing the motherfuckers be trying to do us, but they can't be us.
Yeah,
I've seen. Or when we go out and people recognize us, that's a wild scenario. Him and I together, and he might be on the other side of the room. I'm on the other side of the room, looking at me like, yo. And then Trey walk up on me. I thought that was y'all. I'm looking at like,
local celebrities already.
Because know us for what we doing. That's a wild situation. You know what I'm saying? Because even us, we're gonna get into doing more live podcasts, like on site someplace. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta. I think it's time to start elevating this and start making this more into what it could be. But let me throw out a blanket topic. What is podcasting to you for in like in all? Like, what is podcasting to you? Somebody just jump out there. Who out there?
I think for me, podcasting is just like spreading the word. It's for me, it's kind of like a mental thing. You know, it kind of gives you room to just spread the word about what's going on. You know, you can't individually talk to this person, but you can get on the mic and somebody will hear it and that person may need it. It's just all about you saying something and knowing that you may help somebody out. That's what it is for me. It's getting the word out.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, I think like for me, sharing knowledge, also using it as a platform to build new relationships. I think when you're able to say, "Hey, man, come on my podcast," someone who I might not really know that well, but who doesn't want to talk about stuff they like to talk about on a platform? You know, so I use it in a way to allow me to build new relationships with people that I want to get to know, or just, "Hey, come on my podcast," you know, and that's why I like it. And again, because I'm a guy that's known for sharing knowledge, you know, and giving insight on things already naturally. I just think it's cool that you know, that I can do that on my podcast, and hopefully people that are listening at least at the very least are learning something or having a different viewpoint based off how I might be saying something, you know. Especially like I did a couple episodes with my man George Doman, who also has a CP as well too. The first one we did, we talked about dating with disabilities from the male's perspective, and I thought that was cool for us to kind of have that conversation, because I think so many women who are just not aware. Because I always feel like women dismiss people like me because they're just not educated. They just don't know what it's like to be with somebody who they think they may have to, you know, it's a chore versus like, okay, well, no, he's actually cool. He can do a lot of things for himself. So I like to have conversations like that because I just want to educate people, and at the very least, let them know that dating someone like me is still a viable option.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So I like to do stuff like that.
I mean, you act like you ain't had no bitches before, son.
Not really, bro.
I've seen you with a few.
A couple, not that many.
Not that many, yeah. Well, that's why many. Your brother is Mr. Get Bitches.
Hey, I'm leaving that alone.
It's funny.
I appreciate it.
It's Trey. We had a conversation off, and before we get into your answer question, once again, Darrell know me, so he know me when I was out here in these streets a little bit. So he's trying to be modest because he's being respectable to my wife.
Because he likes me.
You're right. Yeah. He's being respectful to my wife to not call out how I used to be. But it's cool. My wife already know I was a hoe. It was cool. She know I used to be Mr. Get Bitches.
I had to make him stop being Mr. Get.
You did. Right. You did. Look at her not saying.
I had to lock it down. Clink, clink.
She did. She did. She did.
Don't be holding up your little ring, man. Hello, Corey. You're next, sir.
I ain't had no hoes.
I like that. I like that.
Play that.
I respect what you're doing. I respect what you're doing. I respect it.
Nah, but for me, podcasting was just self-care. You know, all the things y'all saying, that comes after to me. Just like music, to me, that's just my expression. I don't worry about how people are going to accept it. None of that when I'm putting it together. I don't worry about what someone's going to think when we're potting. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think either one of us do. It's a matter of we have our own identities, and I feel like it's something to share. If you look at anybody that's successful in the podcast world, music world, any form of entertainment, what makes them popular is the fact that people feel that they can relate to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think about other people when I'm doing this. I know there's a piece of me that can be shared, because you look at your everyday life, you know how you just can be an inspiration to people just being you.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at podcasting. It's an opportunity to share the gifts that the universe has blessed me with. And a platform that can be shared, that can be distributed. And you know, it's a slow cook, but it's rewarding, man, because my inbox stays full with music and podcasting. And the fact that both of them are within the same platforms, these are the same people that listen to both. And they all assist each other.
Yep. No,
so that's
I
the
totally
beauty
agree.
of it. Yeah, and then my brother's a part of just about everything I do, just because it makes sense, because he's with me anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so and we both.
And I love what you do. It'll be something. That's the great thing about, I think, even just our dynamic. Pretty much everyone dynamic. We all have a relationship outside of just doing this. You know what I mean? Darrell and I have a 20-year relationship. Eric and I 14 years. Trey and I about 3-4 years now. You know what I'm saying?
Seems longer, but yeah, about 4.
It does seem longer. Then we have a relationship outside of this of doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've all done stuff. We've hung out. We've, broke bread. We've done things. You know what I mean? We not just a bunch of people meeting. Hey man, could you jump on this podcast thing that I'm doing? Exactly. You know what I mean?
It's not so corporate. Not so like, okay, all we do is do podcasts. Everybody else goes out, goes their own separate way. Right.
Like I speak to everybody. I can't help. I got to speak to this woman, but you two gentlemen, I speak to you guys on a regular. Like, we talk on a regular, and then if we don't talk regularly, when we do talk, we talking for like mad long. You know what I mean? Like, we on the phone laughing and joking and stuff like that. So that's like, for me, that's the main thing I love about just what the friendship, the dynamic. Because if we wasn't doing this podcast shit, we still all be fucking with each other. You know what I mean? Like this doesn't make it where it's like, oh, this is the only reason why we kicking it. Let's just do this pod. You know what I mean? Like, and that was like, even the changes I made on the network. We had other pods on here, and not to knock the other pods, they did okay, but I personally didn't feel the dynamic shift or what it could be. You know what I'm saying? And I decided to just remove that from this. You know what I'm saying? Because it just didn't feel right. It felt like I was spending more time trying to convince people to do something that came to me to do it. You know what I mean? I didn't go to you. You know what I mean? I went to Darrell and asked Darrell.
What?
I went to Trey and asked Trey. Of course, I went to Erica and asked Erica if this would be something that you want to do. Others have come to me and was like, hey, I want to do this. But then I felt like I was busy convincing them every month. Hey, man, I need a pod. Hey, man, make sure you upload. Hey, man, make sure you send me this. Hey, man, I'm willing to do this for you. And I'm like, yo, I don't do none of this for nobody else on the squad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, and for me, I didn't want to do the podcast. Right. And I just thought, for me, it was only right to do the podcast here. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have done it online, but it's like, why not do it here? With somebody that I know that has my back, is supportive, is always, Sean and I, it's almost like he told me something that always stuck with me years ago. He said, look, nobody or friend will ever say nothing bad about you, but I can rip you asshole anytime I want to, because we had a type of relationship.
Whoa, that was wild.
He told me, but he told me that.
That was wild.
No, Trey only said that because we do the pause game.
No, that was wild.
I had to tell him that because Darrell used to have a lot of leeches around him. He used to have like couple of leeches. Even couple of artists that we've worked with, they were leeches because they saw him. Darrell had a tendency back in the day of wanting the attention, so they saw that and they used to try to leech. For me, I don't want nothing. I ain't need nothing. I'm cool. I'll come pick you up, but you got to get out your car because he has I don't know, Trey, if you know, he has what you have again? Tell me.
Streamer pause.
Right. So his muscles and stuff are they don't bend like ours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he has to have a crutch. He has to have the little arm crutches and whatnot. Yeah. For me, throw them shit in the back seat.
Yep.
Get in the car, nigga, so we can go. I ain't your maid. I ain't doing none of that shit.
Yeah.
Because I used to do it at first. And I noticed everybody did it. And I used to look, I'm like, yo, that nigga's capable of doing this shit himself. Why are y'all babying him? So I'm like, yo, it's enough that I'm coming over here to pick you up. I ain't asking you for no gas money. Put your fucking sticks in the back. Jump your ass in this front seat and put your belt on so we can go. You know what I mean?
But look, let me ask you though, do you drive?
No. I went to driving school in 2003 to learn to drive with the hand controls. And they said at that time, the gas and the brake I could do fine, but they didn't feel like I was making enough, quick enough adjustments in the road quickly enough for them to release me on my own.
Because I got a partner that he drives with his cane.
Okay.
I don't know if that's legal or what, but I took him to buy a car one time, and I rode with him for a little while to check the car. And the pedals, you use the cane. I was like, yo, this is wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he drive good?
Yeah. I mean, it's like
doing it for a long time.
Yeah, but you elevate your other senses.
Yeah.
And
right.
you know, as Black people, we're creative and we figure out how to survive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, I don't think I could do it because it looked fucking crazy.
All right.
But he was with the cane. Just
I've seen some people do that too, or with the hand pedals. I don't.
So basically, what it is, they have the hand lever.
Mm-hmm.
So you push it up for the, push it down for the gas and up for the brake, and then have the spinner knob, so where you can turn the wheel in one motion instead of two.
Oh, okay, that little knob that remember Pop had when his hand was messing up. He had the little spinner knob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I've never seen that.
Yeah. So they said that at that time, this was 2004. So they said, so I didn't even know Sean at that point.
Nah, in 2004, you was what?
I was 19.
Yeah, that's what I was
18, 19.
He was 18, yeah.
Yeah, so they said at that time, when you come back in 5 years, which I never did, but again, I never let that kind of stop me from doing things I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
That's what I had to do with Darrell, because even I lived on the 3rd floor. My boys used to thought I was foul for this though.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, bro, I will grab his crutches. I'm like, yo, I see you upstairs, and I'll just leave. Just go upstairs. Leave the door unlocked or cracked. Just come in the house, bro. When you get up here. I'm not walking behind you, bro. You take it too long. Let me get my ass where I need to be.
But that's kind of just always been our relationship,
Right.
So sometimes Sean and I, even now, we don't talk every day. We might go 3-4 weeks and out, but it's like, I know he watching. I know if I do something crazy, I'm gonna get a phone call.
He see you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't happen often, but I mean,
not no more. Used to be some bullshit sometimes, dog. We do this mentor because of him. He always called me his mentor back in the day. So we do this mentee shit. I just always see him as family, my little bro.
Yeah,
so
that's my brother. Yeah.
So when he did some stupid shit online, I'll be like, I'm not gonna check him online. I'm just gonna jump on my phone.
Right.
Hey, yo, what's going on?
Because that's a real relationship, right? Right. I'm
gonna call you. Yo, what you got going on? And I'm just talking regular. No, nigga, that post you made. What is going on? That's what you know what I'm calling you about. Now you telling me what's up, and I'm like, all right, cool. Hey, man, let's not do that, yo. Let's curve that a little bit, yo. Why are you still working with this person, yo? Why is this person still a headache for you?
Right.
What are we doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like different shit like that. But even him moving out, moving on his own. I kept telling him, yo, it's time for you to get out your mama's house, bro. You gotta figure this shit out as a man.
And I've been living alone for 15 years. So it's a journey. But I think when you have genuine relationships, like people like Sean, people like that care. I mean, I have other people that I call my brothers, but for him because we have a significant of an age difference, where it is a big brother, little brother relationship. And he's 5 years older than me. So that's enough to be, and I don't have blood brothers. So it is good to have that. But again, it just goes back to the original question. Like I had to do the podcast here. It wouldn't have made any sense to do it anywhere else but here, especially if he asked me to do it. So, and I'm so glad he did, because it's been fun. It's been absolutely fun to be in the media space and to have great conversations. And one thing about me, I feel like I articulate my thoughts well. And I think I have I don't think I do a boring interview.
No.
I think I do really cool. No.
Sometimes you talk too goddamn much.
I do get passionate. You know what I'm saying? About
you get a little long-winded.
I get passionate. But that's just
that's you.
That's naturally who I am. I just get passionate, especially with something I'm passionate about. So but I'm learning how to do better interviews and things like that. We do them a lot shorter now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shorter.
Keep them shit going, bro, because I think what you're doing is fire, especially when you talk to someone like dope. Sometimes you just gotta let it flow. I like Trey and I, we don't do interviews neither. We don't do interviews. We do guests. We just have you on. We'll talk about the topics that we have, and then we'll let you promote closer to the end, or we gear the topics around what you do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just to make it easier, make the flow easier. But even though when we have people on, there's people that we want to talk to, we want to fuck with. know what I'm saying? We have on Chris White. We'll have Chris White on. That's just because he's dope. Like he's personally dope. So it's like we don't have a problem with having him on.
Have a well-rounded conversation.
Right. Sometimes like we had a teacher on and like that was she was a principal. That was dope. Right. And I still talk with her to this day. Like she'll update. And then I'm trying to work out something with her now where me and Trey can come up into the school and do something with the kids and whatnot. You know, just even if it's just some small conversation mentorship type thing. Like when we talk, like, right, Trey, when we talk to people, we make it a conversation built in what our broadcast is about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's the transparency that from Black men that is limited on a podcast scale, on a grand scale, because you know the saturation of it makes everything just built for the shock value.
Yeah.
And you know, we don't really do that. Not what other people do, but that's not really even our style of existing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For some people, that shock value shit is natural for them. They're natural trolls. I mean, CS is a troll, but he's a troll like in a fun way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing outrageous. Like, you know, he's a married man. You know, my life is very humble. So I'm not gonna change that just for a podcast and be out of character. Because what happens is once that becomes successful, you're gonna have to carry that out.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know how long him and I can just be assholes.
No, I can't.
Right.
You know what I mean? We might do it for a couple episodes and laugh, but then if it pops off, it's like, bro, we can't give you that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to talk to each other all crazy either. So,
nope.
You know, it's a slow cook, man, but there's some dope people out there that I know want to hear the kind of things that we deliver. You know, the catch is just finding that balance and getting it to them, which is, we talked about in the last podcast with the way the algorithms are working and shit like that. They make it harder to get done, and it gets very discouraging. You know, with every form of communication and expression, it just gets and the thing is, it almost seems like they almost know when you have a dope product, and then your numbers just drop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I've seen that like on all my platforms. As soon as I start cooking organically, which doesn't happen anymore, everything just starts to drop.
Yep, because they want you to spend money.
It's like, wait a minute.
They want you to buy ads. They want you.
That's the challenge. That's the challenge, and a lot of people quit. Because we've seen ourselves at least 5 or 6 podcasts start and die, or people break up.
We watch podcasts die. It's like a graveyard out there full on. But that's because people go into the game thinking about money. I'm sorry, what you was about to say?
No, I was going to say it is because I had someone to start a podcast just because I was doing one. And so they got into it, couldn't do all them stuff themselves. So they had someone else to, you know, prep and do everything to where they just record. And then come to realize that, hey, this is not as easy. You know, this is something that I have to stay diligent on. I have to pay somebody to do this. And boom, it's gone. You know, you got 3 episodes in and no more. Never heard of it. And that's what people got to realize.
Yeah, it's work.
There got to be a passion somewhere too.
You got to enjoy. You got to enjoy doing it. Like you got to enjoy spending the time. And like you said, Sean, not worried about the money in it. Like, so like, money is important, but like you got to do this because you love doing it.
Because you want to do it.
Because if you just driven by money for anything in life, you know,
it's a lot of podcasts that don't make money until you on your like. Trey and I, we on what, episode 1 something. Erica's
125.
Right. And Erica, you on what?
123. Yeah.
I'm on 80. We're on 83.
Right.
84.
It's cats that don't make money on their pods until they at 500-600, 400.
I mean, you got people that have done all these overnight successes have been added for a decade.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's almost, for me, honestly, everything I do, I'm almost scared to stop doing it.
Yeah,
because you almost feel like something is.
I know
there.
that feeling. Yeah,
because every time I say I'm gonna stop making music, I'll sit in the studio with no music or nothing, and the beat will come on, and I just do something in like 3 minutes, and I send it to him. He's like, "When you do that?" I said, "I just wrote it," and it's like I don't want to stop. Yeah. Even with podcasting, we can get frustrated. Then we'll do an episode that we really like, and it's like,
or it'd be the episodes that we didn't think that was good.
Yeah, we'll talk. I don't think that last one
that shoot
up. Yeah, then you play it back. It's like, oh shit, we said some okay shit right here. So myself, I'm almost scared to stop. And then there's a lot of things I haven't even started yet that I know I want to do. So if you don't have a passion for it, you're gonna quit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you think this is I can promise anybody it isn't.
No, it sure ain't. That's why I say it's a love-hate relationship. Because sometimes I want to do it and I don't want to do it. But then I was like, dang, but everybody is looking for me. I got to do this. And I feel like if I don't do it, then I'm going to fail. And it could have been something. And
it'd be
just
funny
quit.
too, because Erica send me her episodes. She'll do like 2 episodes at a time. And she'll be like, Sean, my episodes are in the folder. I'm like, you act like you did not want to do it. I didn't want to do no episodes, but they're in the folder. Go to the folder.
We've had mornings where both of us sleepy.
Yes.
We got a couple air pockets where we not talking.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? When we tried doing 2 a week.
Oh my God.
One of those, both of us be like, oh, the fuck. And some of them came out okay, but we weren't okay.
Yeah. Them 2 a week podcast was dope and horrible at the same time.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad we did it because we see.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doing it no more. I mean,
we did that based off a fan. Someone going to trade. Why y'all not doing 2 podcasts a week? And then it was multiple people. Someone asked me, y'all should do 2 podcasts a week.
That was some ego shit.
Yeah, we was on some. Yeah, we the man. Let's do that shit. Did that shit for 2 months. It was like, hey,
we ain't the man.
Nah, should have did the Andre 3000. Y'all take this flute album and shut your ass up. Y'all listen to this flute for a little while.
Yo, so let me ask you a question. And anybody can ask, what can you do better as a podcaster? Let's not all jump at one time.
I know, right? Well, for me, I do want to get back into going back and speaking with people, because one of my podcast episodes I did was where I went and I spoke to a licensed counselor. And I went to their location, and it was just dope. It felt good to get out there and to, for them to put their experience out there. And also I asked one question. You are helping people all the time. Everybody is putting all of their burdens on you. And I asked her, I say, is there anyone that you go to for counseling, for therapy? And she said, yes. So it was like those questions like that. Like, it was just dope to do. And I really missed that. So going back out in the public is something that I want to do.
Yeah, that was fire. That episode is still, I think, one of your
it is still in one of the top
where people still go back and forth. And that episode was years ago. Like, it was a while ago, and people still go back to that episode. That was a fire episode because you went to her location. You did everything on your own. You didn't ask me to help. I was like, all right,
I set up everything on my own, and
that's when you was just doing audio.
Yeah, I was just doing audio. And my second best episode was when I had girls' night, where it was like 4 of us, like 4 or 5 of us. Yeah. And we was just, doing our normal girl things. And we had so much fun just talking about some of everything. And I think that is like the number 2 that's still out there. There's 3 of them that keep floating.
Part 1 is the day I decided to stop being her engineer.
Yeah, he couldn't come to be a part of it no more because it was just
they see my little wife talk about some of the things that they were talking. I don't want to hear that shit. I feel that. Bro, Dot, I was sitting there with the headphones on. I said, oh my God. And while I'm recording the audio, I was like, and then I gotta edit this audio too. I said, oh no more. I said, I ain't doing this no more. This is it. I showed E what to do. I said, on this laptop, you do this, you click this, boom, boom, boom. You plug them things in the head. Yo, you got it, fam. I ain't doing that no more.
Yo, that was the day he stopped.
That was it. Anybody else, man? What's the one thing you could do better?
Definitely promote better. Definitely. So I want to definitely, do that.
Yes.
For sure.
Because Erica is the one that cuts your clips and put them up. So that's why she could say you could promote better, because I don't do that shit. Erica does it.
Yeah, you can do them to 1 minute, and you can just send multiple. And I got it.
Oh, I see what you. Okay, because I'm doing them longer. Oh,
yeah, and then she got to chop them up and clean them up. I don't do that.
1 minute or less, and I can handle it from there. And you can send multiple. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll send either 1 minute.
Yeah.
And that way I'll put a folder there for her.
Yeah.
There we go. There you go. Because she be in that folder. I don't be in it. There you go.
Yeah. So it definitely, for sure. And then definitely get the audio better, we'll upgrade my mic and things like that. But but I think those are the top two things for me.
Okay. Dot, what you thinking, man?
I mean, just combining all the things I got going on. I mean, as far as course marketing, because it's crazy because a lot of the DJs that spin my stuff now, we have regular conversations and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just bringing more people into everything I got going on, and the clips have been introduced to a lot more people because of the music now. You know what I'm saying? Just cross marketing things and getting people involved, and even when we do the guest thing, maybe get a guest from another country or something that we can understand. You know what I mean? Because some of them over there, they just over there for the military, whatever. Just expanding the base, man, and having fun with it, man, and not overlooking anything. We always talk about curating fan bases, man. We got people that mess with us from places that we weren't expecting.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We want to do a better job of building and expanding from that, and not taking for granted the people that have been following the podcast, aggressively for the last year.
I agree.
You know what I mean? There's some people that are liking every clip, that are always in the DMs from the stories. You know what I'm saying? I want to do a better job of, curating that fan base with the podcast as well.
Yeah. No, I think for me, all of the above, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like helping everyone, build up their audio quality, helping everyone market. I gotta do a better job of marketing and promoting, period. Like I don't really do a good job of that shit.
But let me just throw this in here too, though. When we do the live podcast, that just gave me an indication of people that actually do like what we do, because people tuned in and they stayed tuned in for the entire episode. And it's a disadvantage. It's a disadvantage, man, because we got to live, we got to survive.
Yeah.
So we can't just sit here doing no fucking live podcasts all the time.
No.
But it'd be dope if we just find a way to do it more, because people actually, I was kind of nervous in doing it because I really didn't want to be the live podcast guy with one person watching. But we always make fun of those guys, right?
Yeah.
And I know you thought about that shit. If you say you did, you lying. You know what I mean? And it's like,
that's why, if you remember, that's why we was gonna do it on Facebook and YouTube, because I wanted to be sure we had some people in the chat. But YouTube was turned up. YouTube was turned up, bro.
The chat was solid. I think did I do a hat giveaway or something at that time too?
No.
It was another time I did it.
It was another
anyway,
time,
I think I said I was gonna do it again or whatever. But it's just dope, the interaction, and it's some of the people I knew or remembered from. You know what I'm saying? And I said I threw it up there. I think that's something we definitely have to pay attention to.
I know Erica and I, we have to do that more too, because we had people request us to do more live podcasts. They were like, yo, do some live. We really like when y'all go live. I think our last live, we had a bunch of people in that darn chat. A bunch of people tuned in.
More than what we expected. Yeah.
Well, if you look at it psychologically, if somebody fucks with you, it's almost like we'll catch this live because they don't want to miss it.
Right.
And when you tell somebody, oh, click this link, it's not as much anticipation for that shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't matter. It's still a show, but the live interaction, people are more attracted to do that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I totally agree.
You got to capitalize off of that.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think
it's fun. It's fun too.
All elements of podcasting we're gonna turn up, because like I wanna even with the group podcasting, like eventually I want to do this live. If we can get us all in the same area and do something like this, it'd be live. That'd be fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do that before Trey leaves and go to Cali, and before Darrell leaves and go overseas again, because he'd be in Europe. I'm just waiting for the day for you to tell me I'm now moving to Rotherham.
No, I'm not. No, everything's just too small over there, man. I can't live, and it gets too cold in Europe. Get too cold.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's right. Yeah, you don't do the snow. That's why you don't live in New York no more.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I live in no. I mean, I could do Rotterdam, in May, Europe in May and June.
Right.
Like right now, I saw TJ Chapman and he in Switzerland right now. Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, it's cold as hell in Switzerland right now. But it's still weird. It's funny with TJ. And if you in the music, TJ DJs. You know what I mean? I've been around TJ since the Tallahassee days, when TJ DJs was really just Tallahassee. It was just that. You know what I mean? So to see him with TJ Chapman and doing the TJ DJs thing, I think that's super fire. You know what I'm saying? Your screen done froze, dog. Yeah, their screen froze. Can you hear us, Darrell?
Yeah, you was chunky.
All right, you hear you going in and out. You know what I mean? If you jump off, jump back on.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It says it's unstable. It says it's unstable.
You're back now.
Yeah, all right, there you go. You back. You back in the building. But yeah, like that TJ DJs thing used to be fire. If you ever did you know what I'm saying, record pools.
But Sean, you breaking up.
Oh, no, that's on your end, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
That's you, my brother. All of us is good. Usually good. If you ever did record pools, if you ever did record pools, then you know like TJ was like the guy of the record pools back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Trey, have you ever went to a TJ DJ event as an artist?
Nah, I'm supposed to, but I ain't show up.
Bro, TJ DJs used to be fire in Tallahassee.
I'm familiar with those.
You know what I mean?
He just got inducted to the Black Radio Hall of He got inducted to the Black Radio Hall of Fame along with our guy Terry Bello.
Okay, Terry Bello made it too. Bello. All right, there we go.
Terry's in. Yeah, so Terry Bello was the first music conference that Sean ever took me to.
Yeah, we went to that.
International Soul Music Summit. That was Terry. For those who don't know, Terry Bello is a well-known radio guy. He's been on the radio for a long time. Yeah, so he used to. He always liked to tell the story about how he told a guy named John Stevens that his music sucked. So for those who don't know who John Stevens is, goes by the name of John Legend. Yep. told him one time that Stevens is his real last. That's his real last name. So he told him at that time your music sucked. He was like Billboard director. He said, "Yo, your music is trash." but
it was Terry also. But sometimes it be like that.
And Terry also was big behind PJ Morton, early days of PJ before PJ. So Terry kind of
PJ is the man. Have you ever listened to any PJ music, Trey? PJ Morton. I'm gonna sing you some. Yo, he R&B artist. You'll love that shit.
I'm sure I haven't. I'll remember.
Bro, you will. Erica's heard it 1,000 times. I played PJ Morton a ton of times. PJ Morton is fire. So.
Yeah. So shout out to those guys.
And he's behind. PJ Morton is behind a lot of the newer acts that we think is fire. You know what I'm saying? He's behind a lot of that. Matter of fact, remember the girl from Australia, Erica, that I was promoting and pushing a lot?
Yeah.
He's now working with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She done moved to Cali. Out here doing her thing. Oh, she in California now doing her thing.
See?
Yeah, man. It's some dope joints, man. Dope joints. Yo, I think let's get into some everyday topics. We're gonna be on some some life and love and black male podcast shit right quick. We're gonna get into an everyday topic.
So current events.
Yeah, we're gonna do a current event. Hold on, I think I got a video. Let's see. I might got a video. Hold on, let's see. We might have a video, man. I know, right? We're gonna do something different. We ain't done this in a while. Hold on. I might have a video. Thought I had a video. I might have a video. I thought I had a video. You know what I mean? Damn it, man. Oh man, I might have lost the video.
Darrell, now you about to be a part.
Of
the pop culture.
we gotta do the cultural Whoa, this video was a pause moment just now. Trey be sending some wild shenanigans sometimes, man.
Whoa.
Trey, put you on the spot.
I know he good for that. Good for that nonsense. I'm gonna tell you like you told me. If I gotta look at it, you gonna look at it too.
He do that.
I do that shit, yo. That shit is cold blooded in the mud too, bro.
Somebody send me this dumb shit. I'm gonna send it to your ass too.
I'm gonna play this. Yo, I do. I be doing that shit all the time. So I'm like, yo, fam, I just got some shenanigans, so I guess we're gonna watch this as a family. Hold on 1 second. All right, it's about to pop up. But this one ain't no shenanigans. I want to get y'all thoughts on this one.
Did you hit refresh?
Huh?
Did you hit refresh?
Yeah, I'm about to right now. That's why I'm waiting for it to pop up now. That's what I did. Hit the refresh. You already know how I do, man. You gotta hit the refresh. See, Erica, when she play a video, she'll stumble around. Sean, I need you to cut this part out. I'm like, fam, just talk over that shit.
I know, right?
I'd be like, yo, talk over that shit, yo.
And I stopped. I figured it out.
Get shared. Right.
Podcast, it ain't easy, y'all. I'm telling you. But it got to be done.
You're right. All right, here we go. Bam. Get All right, this one is this is some music shit. And you know what I mean, Erica, you make it relate, understand. You've been around me long enough. You saw me dealing with artists and contracts and different things.
Okay.
I want to get y'all thoughts. We got a couple music heads on here. I want to get y'all thoughts. If Sky was in here, he's a music head too. Especially with dealing with label shit. Let's see.
Are there any particular things that an artist can do to get on your radar?
Let's see if this is real. What y'all think?
Or on the radar of A&R that you would advise talent to do?
I think I've always said this, and I think it's still true. The best way to get a record deal is to not try to get a record deal. Focus that energy on making amazing music. And now more than ever, there is an opportunity for you to have your music heard by more people than ever, you know, in the modern era of making music, like you were saying, T-Bone was saying. With so much music out there, people are going to respond to things that are great. And if you really hone your craft and you really work on making sure that your music is great and that you're out there wherever you are connecting with an audience on a local level, chances are that it can then boomerang with some help from, you know, labels like Atlantic to be able to take what you're doing on a micro level and push it on a macro level. When we first signed 21 Pilots,
well, I don't care about the 21 Pilots part, but Darrell, being that you're someone that's heavily into to music right now, and you kind of push a lot of similar things that the person is saying.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I completely agree with him. I think the focus should not be to get a record deal. Because the record deal is the last place you should go do, because we live in a day and age where the people matter. See, there was a time where record labels controlled everything. So they could control almost the outcome of the success. You can't do that now. The people going to tell you what they like. You know what I'm saying? The fans matter. The fans is why you have a career. Supporters is why you have a career. So I totally agree. Make great music, build your fan base, and then you got to realize record labels want to be in business with people who have a profitable business already. They want to find partners, not necessarily to build you from nothing.
They do that now.
Yes, now.
Right.
But but to say that they should be trying to get a deal or trying to get signed right out the gate, I would say no. I would say make great music, make great product, and surround yourself with the right people along the way. And it's going to cost some money. It's going to take some dough.
Yeah,
that's just no way around it. It's going to take some money. So you got to so if you're fortunate enough to have somebody that's willing to to invest into you, to help along the way,
right?
Then that's where you want to be. But don't expect the record label to come in and save you, because that era is gone. Sean, I think the era of the 1% is gone.
Okay, what you mean?
Meaning that, like, trying to get into that 1% of what we see that's market as those music is too fragmented now. So to try to see if you can get into the top 1% of the space for most artists is probably not feasible. For most, I say it's not possible, but the era of the superstar, to me, the traditional, what we would call the superstar back when we was coming up.
Right.
I think in the era of TikTok and Instagram and the era that we're in now, everything's too fragmented.
It's the microwave. It's the microwave. Right. It's super microwavable now.
Right.
This shit is instant oatmeal. This shit, they put some hot water on it. They said, fuck the butter. Just put some hot water on this shit, stir this up. We're gonna put this out and see if it sticks. I agree with him to an extent. We're in an era of where your visibility could be broader if you put a little more effort into it. You know what I'm saying? And not to use Trey as an example, but we'll use Trey as an example. Yeah, he started using his visibility more and start putting out, more music, even at his current, because people think at your current age, gray beard, you can't be doing what you're doing. They tell you that's a young man game.
No way.
Everybody has a gray beard.
I call bullshit. I call
Trey,
you know what's interesting? Not to cut you off. I was watching an interview that J.R. McKee was doing, and they asked the same question. Well, how do you about ageism in hip hop? There's no ageism anymore. It's like at the end of the day, because you're trying to find your people. You don't need to, you don't need to compete with the young kids.
I think we did that. I think that we did that to ourselves, and we talked about that on last podcast.
Right, exactly. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? When I do a joint, that's a piece of me. I'm not in the club. I don't pop bottles. I'm not smoking weed all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not carrying guns around for this activity. There's hip hop fans in their 60s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They only listen to music from the 90s because they don't have anything they can listen to. And then when older artists do music, they're trying to attract the crowd that don't want them. Them 20-year-old niggas don't want us.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they can hear something that we do and like it, though. But they don't want us doing what they do. And they're not trying to do what we're supposed to be doing. So there's a void of what we're supposed to be doing that isn't there. And then we complain about music being one-sided. It's one-sided because we let it be one-sided, though. Not saying there's certain things we do have some control over. What commercial radio is doing, that's what they're doing. It's always been to generate revenue. People my age bug me out because they act like we didn't have bullshit artists also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was just a different level. It's just magnified now. As time goes on, everything magnifies itself. Whatever it is. Hell, fitness has been magnified. Now you got gyms everywhere. You know what I'm saying? The health business has been magnified. Now you got plant-based shit everywhere. And ignorance has been magnified as well. So that's
dating relationships, right? That's
everything.
That's the hot button thing.
Using TS famous word, all encompassing.
The all encompassing.
That's true. No, it's true. I think I have one of my clients, Jimmy Mack, and he's, like I said, he's dope. I've sent Sean some of his stuff. And Jimmy's good. That's why I work with him. You know what I'm saying? He's not somebody that's like, oh man, what you doing rapping? Like, bro's actually good.
Right. He's an older
artist. He just learned how to market and promote in this era. I think that's the biggest, I think, issue he's having.
I would say, like with Trey is doing what most artists don't do. And that's not just curate your fans, but he's curating his market base when it comes to who I send my music to.
Right.
He is killing the mixed DJ lane. Mixed shows, mixed DJs that got internet radio. Like he's like, yo, fuck that. I'm not thinking about major radio.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily thinking all about college radio neither, but I got college radio stations. I'm gonna hit these mixed show DJs that's all over the world. He got a DJ that spins in a club overseas regularly. He got DJs that spin on their own shows, who do lives, who blends, and he sends out proper digipacks.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
Sean. Like, talk about that for a second.
Let's talk about it. What he does is I never even told him about a digipack. He just one day he was like, yo, bro, I'm about to start sending out the acapellas, the beat itself, and the record. You know what I'm saying? With a proper press kit and everything. He was sending that shit out. I did the press kit for him, but he been doing everything else. He sent out. That's a proper digipack. You take this pack and you send this to every radio show, every DJ, especially if you got cleans. If you do cleans and dirty, you in there. You in there.
And you have to. Sean, they have to do clean. People if you're being smart,
I'm cleaning an artist record right now. It pissed me off. I didn't tell him about it. I wish I did. But I'm cleaning a record by Scrap right now. And I'm like, I'm glad he do not curse a lot. Because if he did, it'd be fucking blank points. Right.
It's like nobody wants to hear a record. You know what I mean? Like, no, I tell people all the time, like, just on another tangent, but okay, if you're going to be a professional artist in today's world, have different versions of your song that you can perform in different demographics. Be the all ages event,
Right.
you do have a version where you can perform where it's not going to affect if the kids hear it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. If you're going to be in a club, like that's part of being a pro, part of being a professional, like where you look. And also too, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say also to another artist, realize this too. Read the room.
Read the room.
Have songs that, okay, you may have an idea, okay, what you were going to do, but like, man, I don't think it's going to really fly in this room, so I'm going to switch it. I'm going to switch it all up.
Yo, I always tell artists, if you do a show, bring multiple sets.
Yes.
Bring multiple sets of the music that you have, mix it up. If you got, especially if you had a good catalog, you know what I'm saying? Like if Trey did a show and he walk in, he already know the show's the room that if it's an all hip hop room, he's not going to do a Soul Trey record. You know what I'm saying? Like if he did a Soul Trey record in the all hip hop room, that shit may not fly well. It's a hip hop record, but it got a lot of R&B on it. You know what I'm saying? Do them hard hitting joints that you got. You know what I'm saying? Culture and other joints down the line. And then also, if you're in a room where it's a little more grown and sexy, Soul Trey it, Only You it, you know what I mean? Like, and now you like, boom, I got a mix. Like I tell, like, I was talking to Reeves. We just dropped a record called Haunted. And I've gotten literally 8 requests for that record. So I got to start sending out with his, the digipack. I got to send the pack out. Yo, he's shocked by it. But I told him, I said, you know why you shocked by it? Because you overanalyze what's going on. I said, we finally got the records mastered. Everything sounds great. It sounds clean. People want that. I said, when you don't take the necessary steps, you lose. When it comes back to the topic at hand, even Erica will tell you, it's been times I've sat down about labels, about situations, and it may not fit the artist for the moment because it's like, we could go sign this deal, but you're going to be sitting under that contract forever, and you're not going to be able to do nothing, and you ain't going to blame me. You're not going to blame me because I told you let's not sign that shit.
One thing I can say about Sean is that he's always he's always been forward thinking. He's always kind of knew what was going to go on. I mean, Eric, we're talking about back in 2007. Like he was one of the first people to say, "Yo, let's put this on USB." Like literally 2006, 2007. Like before that was a thing. He said, "Oh, we're gonna put this album on a USB drive. We're gonna hand it out." Because at that time, people were handing out sample CDs and mixtapes hand to hand. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "Nah, we ain't about to do that. We about to do that." So he just kind of always known how.
Trey, it used to be funny because as soon as I said that, right, everybody like, man, the dudes in the hood ain't gonna be using no iTunes. They not gonna be streaming. The dudes in the hood don't know how to use a USB. That's what the crew was telling me, right, Darrell? That's what they were telling me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not in the hood talking to these niggas. The crew, the people in the hood, the gangsters, the drug dealers ain't gonna be able to do this. I'm like, they not the ones that's gonna press the button and that's gonna make us no money. Okay, y'all don't want to listen to me. We could still do the hand-to-hand CDs, and then that shit started tanking, and that shit wasn't working, and everybody started asking for USBs, and I'm looking like this here.
Yeah, it's real. I was literally in the room. In fact, we that sweetest apartment.
Yep.
That's where we was at.
And everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, all right. Then all of a sudden it flipped. Like 2 months later, it flipped. Now everybody, man, how we gotta catch up. Nigga. We was
been at the head of the line.
Y'all don't want to listen. You know what I mean?
People are scared for new environments and they're scared of expansion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I remember, not even remember, it's always been like that. You know what I mean? Once you get past 40, if you still rapping, somebody always got something to say, because you're doing what they're either scared to do or what not capable of doing.
Exactly. And
you know what I'm saying? And the generation gap is only what we allow it to be. Like, I'm not trying to do what these young niggas do.
Yeah.
No.
I've actually lived life and been through experiences. They're talking about things that they fantasize about and wonder how it might be. I lived that shit.
Word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not worth talking about, but you're still young enough to think that it has value. You know what I'm saying? And
that's like being at this age talking about selling drugs. I think that's such the most corny thing ever in the planet. So.
Y'all heard what Fat Joe? Y'all heard what Fat Joe said that he done lied about 95% of his raps.
Fat Joe lied to y'all too.
He lied.
He only saying that to stay off the radar, bro.
Yeah, because he old now. He don't want to be attached to that shit. He lying.
Yeah. That's
I
all.
mean, he exaggerated a lot of shit like everybody does, but he wasn't lying 95% of the time.
Yeah, Fat Joe only said that because he know that
he should.
That's things that have been going on. If you're a real one in this game, you already know what Fat Joe is.
I would have said that too.
I'd have said that. Yeah. He like, I ain't trying to get no Rico. Y'all better stop it. Don't compare me with none of that shit that's going on over there. I done been to jail. I'm not going back.
Right.
I lied.
Just like I told you, I ain't never had no hoe.
That's how you gotta do it.
I ain't never had no hoe.
I'm with you, Trey.
I've been monogamous all my life.
Hey yo, so let's go with this topic. I'm about to see the room reaction. Southwest Airlines has a new seat policy.
Interesting. Oh.
Southwest Airlines is praised for their customers of size policy that allows overweight flyers to purchase one seat and get another seat complimentary, even on a full flight.
They're trying to get back on top.
So I watched this video where this lady was pissed, crying. Her and her two sons were in Baltimore trying to go back overseas where they're from. They got kicked off of their flight, their seat, for a oversized person. They lost their seats because of it. And no one fixed it. No one put them on another flight. They had to wait for the next day to jump on another flight. And they act like they didn't want to help them out for that because they were doing their new policy. What are your thoughts on the plus size?
Fly Delta, man. I'm Team Delta all day, bro. I changed my mind. After flying Delta to Cali, man, I'm just Team Delta, man. Everything was wonderful.
Delta.
I got extra snacks. I was watching the movies.
Okay, how much it
costs?
I mean? Yeah.
Delta. That's all we fly. Delta and American. I fly American sometimes, but mostly Delta.
I mean, the key to Delta is just at least get your flight 2-3 weeks at a time. You're fine. If you get it last minute, they're going to bop you in the top of the head.
Yep.
But that's ridiculous, bro. Because, I mean...
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, if you want to cater to the obese, I mean, that's fine. You don't want to alienate them, but you don't put me off the flight.
Yo, I'm about to start bitching about a tall person policy then.
Right.
Shit, let me get the two seats in front of me, yo. I need the seat in front of me too. My legs long. My legs long.
You're taller than me by a little bit, but I hate when they recline that damn seat back. So I know you got a problem with that.
Oh, bro, I kick the seat. You gonna put your seat back up. You gonna recline on my knees.
You are not at home. What is your problem?
You're not gonna recline your seat in front of me. Erica will tell you. Remember that person? We was on our way to Puerto Rico. This motherfucker had the nerve to recline their seat. Guess what I did? I stuck my knee up high in the back of their seat, and I kept vibrating my leg. They kept looking back, and I kept looking at them.
I'm like,
you want to recline? Cool, go ahead and recline. You have the right to recline, but you're gonna be uncomfortable for this 3-hour flight. You're gonna be uncomfortable.
You have a right to recline, but I paid for my seat as you did as well.
Yep.
You can't recline with me here, so you need to talk to the stewardess. Get you another seat.
Yep.
Or fly first class if you want to have
extra room. Or get the
exit
room. Or get the
business class. Or business.
Then they can tell him fly first class with your long ass legs.
Hey, they need to tell that fat person to go fly first class with their big ass.
Fat person is a different problem. A person cannot recline their seat and be okay. That fat person is going to remain fat for the rest of that flight.
Right.
I don't listen. I'm like this, and I don't know. Every time I go to Cali, this conversation comes up with somebody, man. It's a shame that in America, obesity has become acceptable, and you feel sorry for people that are obese. Now, some people have health conditions. Some people have medications they take with steroids in them that inflate them or whatever. But that's a different situation. First of all, America feeds us a lot of food that's banned in other countries.
Oh yeah,
because of what it does.
And Trey, let me tell you something. When I go to Europe, like you could tell in Europe, the food food's way better. And they believe in portion control over there, so it's like they don't want everything in Europe is small. The beds, the bathroom, the shower, everything. Why? Because the bathroom though. Yeah. So if you've been, but yeah, they don't eat the shit we eat over here. They do not eat that. No,
It's
no.
amazing.
Have y'all ever watched the
don't.
videos of the little European kids, the London kids
It's their
eating,
first
drinking
time.
American foods? Yo,
Mhm.
they be like, they drink our soda and they were like, it is all sugar.
Yeah.
Like, how can y'all drink this? It's not good. They're not used to the taste. They're not used.
That's why
Yo,
the
they had
energy levels
the
are down.
Popeyes chicken sandwich, and they was like, we don't get why when the chicken get this big.
Right.
You look,
And
I was like,
greasy.
Yeah. They don't. Yeah, we it's like the stuff. Just when you go to Europe, when I go, like they don't. The food is way better over there. You can eat more of it because you're not gonna gain as much weight because it's just it's not cooked. It's cooked. It's just. For instance, you go to Steak and Shake in France. They give you a real gourmet burger, not the trash we eat here. A real like a restaurant type burger, like that you have to go sit down and get. You know how you have Steak and Shake here, the stuff they give us here.
Go to the drive-through.
That's like McDonald's in Japan. Yo, McDonald's in Japan, son. The one time I've been to Japan, the McDonald's there is a 5-star restaurant. So the food is fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You be like, yo, why is the food so fresh?
And in steak and you get beer and wine. And I went to a country called Luxembourg. It's close to Germany. So when they give you a real chicken wing, so it's not no chicken nugget. You get real chicken wing and beer in McDonald's, and it's normal. That's normal over there. That's nothing. That's no big deal. That's how they do it. But I think that like you said, they feel a lot of the stuff we eat here in America is trash. And people people in Europe, they bicycle everywhere. One of the reasons why I want to get my mobility scooter, by the way, I did get approved for that.
All right, yeah, good job. Get your joint.
So I want when I travel, so that in Europe, so I can I don't have to get in Ubers everywhere because that would be killing me to go 5 minutes to the hotel because everybody walks everywhere.
Right.
So
yeah, they
you know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Uber shit.
But people walk and they
take a lot of trains and all that stuff too.
Yes,
train
exactly.
System works well. You go from one country to the next country for $30 on the train. Yo.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
That's so fire.
Once you get into Europe, it is so easy to travel. But like Trey was saying, the food we eat here is trash compared to what we eat. That's why I try to encourage people to go to other parts of the world, especially from America. Travel to other parts so you can have some appreciation for,
Hold on, that's a plan definitely for Erica next year. We're going, we heading to Bali, we heading to a few different spots. We got to travel the world, got to get outside. I want to get Trey on one of those shows overseas. I think he'll fucking go crazy over there. You know what I'm saying? That great beer shit. He go over there, go to New School Rules or something.
I should have, man. I should have. Actually, Trey, we got time, bro. It's still open. So if you want to submit your submission, it's still open.
We'll talk about it. I know he got some other bigger plans. He got some other situations. He's gonna have to make sure he got his ducks in order for that we won't expose.
If not, we'll do it. We can do it in 2025.
Yeah, I think 2025 would be great.
So
because I'm gonna go.
So Trey,
I'm gonna be his hype man.
Yeah.
Over you.
No, look, Jimmy, look. And like, by the way, they don't care about age. Jimmy Mack can perform. He's going. So like I said,
hype man, son. I'm be his hype man. I'm be in the background with the mic. I'll do all his ad libs. Yo, E, what you think about it, man? You got an issue with the fat policy?
It's not right. I know they, Southwest been into some stuff lately, and they trying to get back on top, but that is not the way to get back on top.
Yeah, don't keep nobody off. Don't keep.
Yeah,
if people pay for their seats.
Yeah,
like come on, because like you said,
like Erica said, the Southwest been on some bullshit lately, so they trying to get back into people's graces.
That's a management problem. When they put that in effect, they really didn't think they would be in a situation where they would have had to have made that decision. And they made a decision that to a regular person makes no sense. But they're thinking of it as if, okay, we promised, I'm going to use the word obese. We promised these obese people this. And if we don't honor this, we're going to get sued.
Yes.
So I'll take a chance on kicking this woman and her child off because I don't think they'll sue as quickly as this obese person. So I'm going to take a chance and kick them off. Now, they should have got a refund for their flight and a free
That's
flight.
what I was saying
something.
too.
And a
At
free
least
flight.
a refund.
Now,
Yeah.
if you want to do damage control, that should have been done.
Yeah.
And according to how you said it, I'm sure that wasn't done.
No,
But
it wasn't. It wasn't.
Damage control should have been put in place for that because they inconvenienced that woman in ways
Right.
that they don't imagine because they don't know what that woman had to go through
Yeah.
or
Right.
went through because of that.
And I was
Right.
on it.
So you
All
get
right,
two
then.
seats because you obese? I mean,
Yeah.
shit, let me get an extra seat because I'm swole.
Right.
Nah, I ain't about to do it. I ain't about to do it. I ain't about to do it. I ain't about to do it.
You don't need to do it.
Yo, Allie, you was right there, boy. I was about
No,
to
they-
LeBron that shit.
Bruh,
yo.
listen, that
Oh.
seat was like, but I had a whole row when I went,
Uh-huh.
and when I came back, there was nobody next to me, so I was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nah, that's the best. That's the best. All right, man. Yo, we're gonna end it there. I just wanted to do some quick hit topics. You know what I mean? Two quick hits. You know, just get the podcast vibe and feel. But it was mostly about everyone getting to know who we are and know what we do. I want to personally thank you all. Like, no bullshit. I want to personally thank you all for just working with me, being a part of this network. Sometimes dealing with my shit, you know what I mean? Some of my inconsistencies, some of my overthinking. I love you all. Like, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Trey, any last words from you?
Well, I thought you was gonna do quick hits.
No, we done, bro.
Oh well.
That was my quick hits. Those two.
Okay.
Topics.
Well, let's normalize not caring when we're unwanted. Let's create our own surroundings, just like you do with this podcast. I mean, create your own surroundings, create your own levels of expression, and just build, man. Take the blessings the universe gives you, man, and build from there. Brick by brick, build something solid that can't nobody knock down unless you allow it to be knocked down.
See, that's why I asked him to do the quick hits. Darrell, you got anything you want to add?
Hey, man, just continue to chase your dreams. I got some cool things coming, you know, and that's what I love about this podcast, man, and you know, about being able to do something that I love that as an expansion of my brand. Everything I do now is an expansion of Encourage Inspire brand, and that's what this podcast is. And I'm excited for 2024. So yeah, man, glad to be here.
That's dope. Yeah, so I would like to say thank you for everyone being a part of the podcast network.
Yeah, because she is a co-owner.
That's right.
Yes.
I believe with us, everybody doing something different on our pod, even with Sky, and sorry he's not here, but everybody does something different. And I think that what makes us unique. We all don't do the same thing. And also, you know, just thank you to our listeners, because without you guys, you know, we wouldn't be here. So thank you for being a part of the Got What You Need Network family.
Yeah. All right, man. Like everybody said, I'm Tarshawn T. This is who I am, and we are out. Thank you all. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and all that